So we just hit the record button. There we are. Right, okay. So what we're going to do for the people who can't make this call, this is going to go out as a recording in an email to them. So I know we are aware that there are people at work doing funny shifts, and we've got people from all over the world in different parts of the world with different time zones as well. So hence we're doing the recording. So that will be going out. So as long as you're all happy to have your faces sent out.
Any of you at this stage, if you're going to be going early and you've got some questions lined up, if you've got to go, just ask your questions basically.
Yeah. So literally, oh, there's a nice doggy. So literally, what we'll do a little talk through about us and our journey and how we found SFM, and then we kind of just want to open the floor up to you guys, because I think for us personally, we hate sitting on webinars when it's just one person just drilling at you. So we want to open it up. So if you've got any questions, anything you want to get off your chest regarding this journey, we will share anything with you. We've got one of our members here, Coolin, as well, here, who he's been with us about 3-4 weeks tops, and he's going to do a little chat about where he's come from with his and how he's progressed with his 4 weeks, because he's flying through at the moment with training. So we'll get started. So do you want to get stuck in with our story?
No, Christian's just joined as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So right, let's get going. So for us, we'll try and keep this as condensed as we can. We have always been, well, I started off in the corporate world. Steve was a chef. So, and our paths crossed when Steve came to work as a head chef for my parents, who were running a foodie style pub back in the 80s, very early 80s.
89.
Was it late 80s? Seems ages ago now. Anyway, our paths crossed there, and we ended up getting together. And because I'd always grown up in the hospitality trade with my mum and dad, I used to also wait on and go behind the bar. Of course, Steve had always been chefing, and Steve's ambition was to get his first ever restaurant by the age of 30. And the pair of us successfully did that, didn't we, on your 30th year?
Yeah, did it.
With hard bloody graft. It was hard graft. We had bank loans galore, credit cards galore. We had about 5 jobs each, trying to work every hour of the day to try and get this thing off the ground. Anyway, we got it done, and we had 15 fantastic years. But during those years, of course, we had some really good high points. We had some real low points as well, because of the hours, the stressful times, the stress on our bodies, the mental stress of not knowing where your money's coming from. And it was more the actual physical work that was starting to get to us, and the long hours it was getting, to our bodies. And we started looking at trying to do different things. To cut a long story short, we've tried various things. We went off into property development again. That was we loved it, but it was such hard work, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Then Steve diversified into with sort of dabbling with classic cars, because that's his passion, his old cars, and trying to bring them back and get them back on the road. So you went off doing that for a bit. And then I went down to do cats. To do with cats, I went and learned how to become a master cat groomer, because I love cats, and set up a cat grooming business. However, on the back of that very successful business, got badly bitten and was paralysed for 3 months. And it was during those 3 months that suddenly decided that lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, I had to keep this active. We were under financial pressures, because Steve was then the only income bearer coming into the house. And we hit rock bottom again. And we were like, well, what if this is it and we can't do anything else? I was thinking, I've got to bring some income in, otherwise we're going to lose everything we've ever worked for. So all that stress and everything built up again. And literally, I was on YouTube, going through some videos, trying to think for, where can I get some inspiration? And a video kept popping up. And I was like, oh, this bloody guy is really annoying me. Get rid of him. He's getting on my nerves. And then this lady appeared, very calm, very just basically talking about how she'd changed her life, and she'd now spending all the time with her husband and her family. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to see what this is about. Click the button, and you know the rest. You're all here because you've done exactly the same. Came through to SFM, and I just started getting stuck into the workshops, and I thought, this just feels so right, and it's something I can do from home with a laptop. If I never get back on my feet again, at least I can keep my brain active and start, you know, trying to bring some money into the household. And that's what happened. We got started, and we've never looked back. That was back in 2018. So that's a very short, condensed version of what happened. And we came in and we literally went through all the training. We're still doing training. You know, the learning never ever stops, because there's always new things to learn in technology. You're all aware there's always new things coming out. We can all keep bettering ourselves. We can all keep tweaking things. And the more we learn, the better we get at getting our message across to people, the more confidence we get. And now we've got over 100 members of our own who are all going through their own journey. They're all creating their own businesses. We've got a few of them have their own members as well now, bringing their members through. So it's a whole ripple effect of people literally getting out of something that they really don't like anymore, or the physical side of the work they don't like anymore, the bodies can't take it anymore, and coming across and doing something they really, really enjoy. And that's the big fulfillment side for us, which we've never really known what fulfillment is in a business. It's always been just to get the money in, just to survive, just to pay the bills. And I think this, seeing different people, how they come through from where they're at, seeing them completely transform through the journey, and then they come out, well, I say come out the other side, you don't really ever come out the other side because you're continuously learning, but to see them transform and then create their own businesses and see the change it makes to their lives and their family lives, that is just absolute gold. You know, to see that happening, and you've helped those people transfer from what they didn't like to something they're loving. So that's basically our story in a nutshell, very, very condensed nutshell. So has anybody got any questions on that bit? No?
No, not for me.
Okie dokie. So I know you're all here for a reason. You've all clicked on either Steve's video, my video, a duo video that we put out, and you're all wanting to learn how to start an online business. Are we right? Yeah. So do you want to talk a little bit about SFM?
No,
Steve's got a really groggy throat this morning, so like.
Good job, Coolins there.
So what is SFM? So basically it is an educational company. So they formed over 10 years ago, and Stuart and Jay, who are the two co-founders of the company, they realised there's plenty of things on the internet where you can get started. You know, we get absolutely bombarded with them, don't we, when we go on. We get hit with, I'll make you £1 million in a week. You know, all these promises of get rich quick schemes and things. And they realised that there is a real niche to get people to learn how to create an online business through education. And by learning the skills and having those skills for life, they honed in on that business, and they basically said that if we bring people in, the biggest failure is that most people fail at first hurdle because they don't have support. And so they literally did a whole platform based around giving people support from the minute you join, forever throughout your journey. You've got support. So you have a help desk. You have you can get in touch with 24 hours a day. You have, if you join and you come through us, you've got Steve and myself as your mentors to help guide you as well. You have coaches. You've got 7- and 8-figure coaches who have set their own businesses up in the past and very, very successful. And Stuart and Jay have brought them in to be coaches for you. We go on live webinars when we can. There's live meetups. Steve and I run a live meetup every 3 months up in Chester in the northwest UK, but there's also live meetups go up around the world. So you're never ever alone. There's a full training calendar with SFM as well, so that once you go through your modules, you've got all these different trainings you can also go on to as an extra. Now, there is a lot going on, and we always say to people, you can get very overwhelmed at the start, because honestly, the value they give you at the start is just like, I don't know which way to turn. And I think Coolan's one of our new members. He's going to join. He's joined us today. He's going to have to speak about his journey. He's been with us less than a month. He's going to have a little talk to you about what he's been getting up to. So for us, it's just literally, we say to all our new members, just go through the training modules. You've got 7 modules to go through. Those modules are literally a step-by-step. You follow Stuart. Stuart talks you what to do. So you look at his screen, you replicate it on your screen, you learn the skills, and you start to go through creating your business. You're given a template for a website, which you just drag and drop pictures in. You get hosting with your website, all included in with your package. So you literally, there is everything you could possibly need, and it's all under the one roof, plus all the support. So it's just an amazing place. I don't want to sit here and literally hit you with all the benefits, because you know, it just gets boring. But there is so much stuff in there that will just, yeah, there's something like 10,000 LinkedIn courses as part of your membership as well, which we all know, if you want to purchase a LinkedIn course, you're talking about around $100 plus more, depending on which course it is. They are all in with your membership. Not that you're going to go through 10,000 LinkedIn courses, but they are there available for you. So if there's anything you need specific info on, so if you want to get confident on camera or anything like that, you can go and do the courses on getting confidence around camera. It's also about the personal journey. So it's not just about, we're going to show you how to build a business. It's about the personal journey and the personal growth for you guys as well. And we can vouch for it, can't we? Because Steve would never have a photograph taken. He never did his wedding speech. He wouldn't speak in public.
I don't know, do I really? I don't need to with Anita talking all the time. No, I think this journey, for me, was something I didn't really want to get into, to be honest with you. This is Anita's journey. Because I had enough businesses and enough on my plate. But obviously, I needed to change what I was doing eventually. And that's why I came on board eventually, is the word. Because I didn't really believe in all this affiliate marketing. We're just affiliate marketers with this SFM. And yeah, we gained momentum with that, didn't we? So Anita bullied me into this. Well, I'm glad she did eventually. So I found my voice, that little mouse has found his voice a little bit. So I'm now doing adverts on YouTube and doing webinars, like Anita said. We're doing meetups when we're allowed, which is a shame we can't do private meetups, because I think that's where the rubber hits the road.
Yeah. When
you're seeing people face to face, you can explain things a bit better maybe than webinars. But these webinars have come in handy. But it's going to be up to you guys what you're here for, really. I think that's the biggest thing on your journey at the start, as Coolan will touch on in a minute. You've got to get that rubber hitting the road eventually, and you've got to put yourselves out there and change your lives. You can't just be bystanders. You can't just watch other people do it, and then you're not taking part yourself, because you won't be earning any money, that's for sure. You've got to jump in with both feet. You know, that's what we did at the start. So if anyone's got any questions early doors, before we get wafflated on it anymore with...
I was just going to say, SFM are very good at pushing you out of your comfort zones. So if you're not keen on being pushed out of your comfort zones, then it's not a place for you. Because we literally, I think most people, we're in our little bubbles, aren't we? And we do our day-to-day life, and we're happy doing that routine, and we never really get pushed. You know, you're in your job, you do your job, you come home, there's nothing really new going on. And when you hit SFM, for us, we've never done anything tech. We've been in the restaurant trade, we've done cat grooming. We didn't need tech. You know, it was literally, the restaurant was old fashioned. It was an advert in a newspaper at the time. And then it was word of mouth, or it would be a flyer and get, you know, one of the young paper lads to go and put flyers through people's doors. That was our targeting. That was us to get our market people through the restaurant door. Cat grooming came back from London. That was 4 years ago. Still no tech going on. And I was like, ooh, how am I going to get some cat grooming customers in through? I was like, oh, okay, we'll do leaflets. Because it's the only thing we knew. So we went leaflets. So of course, print the leaflets off, and then what do we have to do? Door to door, put in the leaf. And how many people just pick a leaflet, put it in the bin, and we were like, anyway, slowly that business started to get ground and word of mouth. And then eventually, after finding SFM and learning about how strong social media can be for marketing, I was like, oh, okay, we better start a Facebook page. So I created a Facebook page around the cat grooming. And honestly, overnight, that just went up. And then from there, I did an Instagram page. From there, I did a YouTube channel. And it just literally, the business just went phenomenal. And it was a case of, oh my God, now I'm on my own. And now I've got too many customers. I was not doing any paid marketing whatsoever. There was none of that, having to go on the streets, getting leaflets and posting through people's letters. It was all automated on social media. And I was like, blooming heck, that's the strength of just a few little channels and a few posts to cats. What can that do to everyone's businesses? And that's when we really kind of, once I got injured, I'm just trying to see, I need to just loot some of those. Once I got injured, and I was like, right, okay, we need to really use this injury as something to focus on with SFM and how we can grow things. And that's where we went with SFM. We totally focused into it then and started to learn properly and got the business shifting.
Has anyone got any questions? Because I'm worried that we're just waffling here a little bit.
I guess my question would be, without going into too much detail, what kind of products or services are you focused on in your business?
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, am I doing it?
My voice has gone, hasn't it? So.
Okay, so for us, when you join SFM, you've got a choice, really. You get to pick a path. You get given a consultant, and the consultants are here to chat to you, find out about you, and kind of what floats your boat, what path it is you want to do. Now, for us, we didn't have a blooming clue. We literally, you know, it was so brand new to us. I didn't know what affiliate marketing was. Never heard of it. I didn't know that most people on Amazon don't own their own products. I didn't know any of that. I thought people had like a shed at the bottom of the garden with boxes and boxes of products, and they would send it all off to the post office, and totally oblivious to it all. So when we had the chat with the consultants, I was like, I haven't got any products. I don't know what to sell. I haven't got a passion, but well, apart from I like cats, I haven't really got a passion. I can't think of anything. And he said, okay, well, let's go down the affiliate route. And I was like, well, what the hell's an affiliate route? I said, well, you sell other people's products, so you don't need the product, and you receive a commission for it. So he said, we always say to people, recommend a product that you've used yourself, because then you're passionate. That's where you're passionate about it. I was like, I don't understand. Okay, well, if we learn how to become an affiliate and you become successful with SFM, you can sell the SFM's education. I was like, okay, the penny drops. So we can sell education courses. There's so many different things you can relate to as you go through your journey. So of course now there's loads of business books that we recommend to people. So we are affiliated to the business book. So if somebody buys a book through one of our links, we get paid.
The main thing, Stuart,
goes on
is the SFM commission at 40% top whack. So we bought into the company as partners with Stuart Ross and Jake Hubison. Now, when you go in as partners, I think Coolan's just done an upgrade to an elite package, but when you go into the top level, you get paid 40% commission. So that's basically where you start to get your wages, your wage structure then, Stuart.
Yeah.
If that's a little bit more meat on the bone, you'll want to get to that bit eventually if you're going to join up as a member. So 40% is actually quite a lot.
Yeah, sure.
When you're selling one of the higher ticket items. It's up to you where you want to position yourself, but higher ticket items can pull in something like $12,000 in one hit, which is where it's at basically. So we're known as affiliate marketers for the SFM as partners in the company.
Yeah.
That's how we're positioned at the moment.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah.
So as you will probably all be aware, you've got your package deal, which is called the all-in package. So if you join today on the all-in package, it's $99. Now, it used to be $300 up until March of this year, and Stuart and Jay realised they needed to do something to help people with all the uncertainty going on with the world. So they've renamed it all, and it's called the all-in package, and it's $99 to get started. You get given all 7 training modules, you get access to a consultant, the coaches, us two. You get involved in our weekly webinars. You can have all that for 30 days. And if after 30 days you think this is not my cup of tea, it's not what I expected, you literally go into your SFM dashboard, hit a button, and you get a refund. No questions asked. You don't even have to speak to anyone. So they've made it mega easy if it's not for you to come out of it. There's no contracts. You know, it's all there for easiness for people to come in and out of it. If you then, when you get to your 30 days, you think, yes, I want to continue now with this training, I want to get my business off the ground, you carry on, and it's $97 a month, isn't it? Monthly then, for as long as you're a member with the SFM. And that gives you access to absolutely everything. Now, once you're in, you'll realise how much value that money actually gives you. And just bear in mind that when you get one of your first customers in to buy that all-in package at $99, you get that full, you actually get given a $100 commission. So you'll be paying $97 a month for your membership.
It takes one person.
It takes one person a month to come in and your membership's paid for. So it really gives you an incentive to get involved and get your business up and off the ground. And then after that, you can get completely started at that level. You don't have to do anything more. Sorry. After that, you can get started going and earning and bringing people in. You don't have to go any higher. There are other packages then you can go to. So what quite a few people will do, they'll start earning money and then they'll upgrade to the next package. And it literally depends on how quickly you want results. So I'm going to go to Coolin now, because Coolin came in as a member. So he paid his $99, came in as an all-inner. He started through his modules training. He's got so far through with his training. I think you're just about to, you're on your website now, aren't you, Coolin? Building your website.
Yeah, module 4.
Great. So out of the 7 modules, Coolin's already in module 4. Building this website and is getting ready to bring in his own members himself, building up through the modules there. Now, Coolin has decided, after chatting with us, to go for the next package up, because what it means, if he was to bring a member in now, he'll get the $100. If that member goes to the next package up, he gets $1,000. So you can see where there's a big. So the next package up for him is $2,300, and he gets $1,000 per person whenever they upgrade. So literally, that's where the bread and butter is at that level, and that's where most people position at, is that what is called the elite level, because literally at that level, 2.3 members, you've got your money back in at the £1,000 each as they upgrade. Now, if you didn't upgrade to that, and some of our members haven't, they literally haven't got the cash to be able to do that, they stay at the lower level, paying their $97 per month. If somebody comes in and goes to that higher level, they'll still receive a coach, but not as high, they'll receive $250. Whereas if they were positioned at elite themselves, they would get $1,000. So this is where Coolin's moved to. Coolin's moved up to the elite level. So his paid is 2,300. And when he brings anybody in, if they come up to that same elite level as him, he'll instantly get $1,000 dropping in as a commission. And at that level, they get access to a couple of amazing mentors to do the training with them. You get like a 5-week thing, full-on training as well to get your business moving. It's all about getting you through quickly and getting you understand how to use the different platforms on the internet to get your business leveraged and to get out your message in front of whoever it is. I mean, it's whether you're coming in as affiliate, whether you're coming in as a fitness person, wanting to sell your own fitness courses, or you want to sell your own products on Amazon, or you want to sell other people's products on Amazon. They will literally show you step by step how to get all that packaged and going.
Coolan's chomping
So,
at the bit here.
I was going to say, let's jump to Coolan. So come on, Coolan, when did you join? It was it 3 weeks or 4 weeks ago?
To be exact, today is the 33rd day since I joined. 33 days.
Okie dokie.
I find it very exciting. Coming from a background of being self-employed, like you said, you all were in the hospitality trade. Me and my wife, partners, we were in a people-pleasing trade, if you like, and that is fuel retailing. Major oil companies have their petrol stations, and they take on couples like us to run it for them on a commission operator basis, ComOps as they call it. So we done that for 26 years, and we thought we have got by, achieved certain things, what we wanted, educated our only son through Warwick University, and he did well. He's now married to his soulmate, and they gave us 2 lovely cheeky monkeys, I call them, granddaughters. They are 10 and 6. So we were almost coming to a stage where we had done enough for us. Now we must have some time for ourselves. And we started planning in 2018. That's when you all started SFM. And due to the nature of the business and availability of commission operators to take over from us, it dragged on a bit. And then 31st December 2019, we handed in our paper saying that, thank you very much. We are moving out. It's a Shell brand fuel station up here in Dundee in Scotland. So we had done everything, and we were to hand over the keys on the 31st of March. And as you all know, 23rd of March, lockdown. So we couldn't have done a better planning. And having done that, handed over the keys, we moved out and we were home, and it was a cultural shock. Tomorrow, we are not going back to the garage. It's a 24/7 outfit. Staff ran it in the nights, and me and my wife ran it during daytime. You name it. Cashiering, supervising, ordering fuel, ordering stocks, everything. And we used to and programmed ourselves for a 12 to 14 hour, 7-day week. And then to stay at home since 1st of April was difficult. So we were honeymooning with these holidays we have got now, which we never had. And then came August, I started receiving emails, started reading it. And I showed it to my wife and the videos you sent, and we could see some sense. And 1st of September, we were in, and here I am talking to you now. And to our new members, whoever who would like to join, there's one mental attitude you all need, which I've been creating since I went into self-employment 25 years ago. I'll show you this little book by Dr. Norman Vincent Peale. You can if you think you can. That's all you need to screw into here. And we all have days, good days, bad days, medium days, happy days. Don't we all? And this business lets you work from home. If you are working, doing a full-time job, keep it. But 2 hours a day. And I thought, here I have just retired. This is coming on my way. I'm used to doing 12 hours a day. Why the hell can't I do at least 6 hours a day? And Stuart and Anita will know, sometime at 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm sending tweets. I've hit this roadblock. And Anita wakes up, Kulan, this is... So in a positive note, think about it. If you all have this, if you can, if you can attitude, because success comes in cans, not in cannots. That's me.
Now, Coolan, just very quickly,
Nice one, mate.
have you ever done anything technical on an internet laptop type thing business before?
Well, working as a self-employed person for Shell and BP before that I had to send daily reports. I had to fill in certain grids on the Excel worksheet and add them all into an email and post it every morning. And I have an iPhone where I learned most of my computing. Other than that, hopeless.
Yeah. Okay, you had more knowledge than us two then. we could just about send an email and that was it.
Your first email came through on my iPhone 7, and my wife always says, "You're not looking at that now because you're driving." I said, "You read it then." So that's how we got on, and here I am. So if you have that attitude, I can, then you can. You've got to have that screw all the time, because this is a journey. In the last 33 days, I got into pitfalls, and there's help, mind. If you have seen, any of you have seen the domain page here, or the website, there's a little chat bubble. You click on it and they'll say, "We'll get back to you in a few hours." And I go, "Oh, here we go again, a few hours." And I come back after half an hour, a message waiting for me. And mind you, on a weekday, Monday to Thursday, they work 24 hours because they're working from the globe. Somebody who picks up the message answers you.
Yeah.
So what kind of customer service can you get anywhere? Because when working with fuels companies, I get messages after 2 days for my urgent messages. So this was like, oh, come on, let's do this. So here we are.
Brilliant. Thank you, Coolan, for sharing.
Nice one, Coolan.
Pleasure.
Good share, buddy.
Pleasure.
Has anyone got any questions for Coolan? Because Coolan's just joined a month ago. So any doubts you've got about SFM or anything? Does anyone want to ask Coolan? Put him on the spot.
Please ask.
All good. If anyone thinks of anything, just jump out. Honestly, we don't mind anyone interrupting. Be brave. Get your questions shouted out to us. So we'll jump in about talking about mainly the main questions we get all the time are literally, we have the old, how much is it going to cost me? Okay, so we've covered that. It's $99 to get you started. If you don't like what you see, you've got 30 days to get that $99 back with the press of a button. And we just think it is absolutely crazy. There is no risk whatsoever to come in and sign up and go and check this out, because this could just be the initial turning point you need to change that I can never say that word, trajectory in life. Because that's basically what happened to us. It was falling on this, wasn't really looking for it, was looking for motivational stuff, found this, and literally it's changed our lives, because we can work from this little laptop that we're on at the moment. We can go, of course, when there's no COVID, we can go anywhere in the world. We can take the laptop with us. We can still stay in touch, literally a couple of hours a day now in the mornings. We check over emails, get back to people. We run a weekly webinar with our members, which we absolutely love doing that, because it's where we get to connect with them all and see how they're all doing and answer any questions. And we just love the business. And that's the fulfillment. And that's where the fulfillment comes in. And it all comes back to, like Coolan says, if you think you can, you can. You cannot have met two of the most untechy people in your lives. Literally, we've never needed tech. Steve didn't have a mobile phone up until halfway through 2018.
It's called a Where's Wally phone now.
And
it's just a check-up phone system she's got on me.
It's got a sat nav on
Yeah.
you, following you.
I don't think she trusts me.
And literally, that was it for our tech type of thing. It was, I had a phone, Steve got a phone eventually.
Hi, Terry.
Good morning.
And we have just learned as we've gone along. And it's the biggest learning curve you'll ever come across in your lives. And it was, but also an amazing learning curve, because when you look back, and I'm sure Coolan, when you look back in a month of what you've done in a month, you'll think, my God, where has that come from? I've just learned all how to do that. and you've got that up here for life, and you've got those skills. And we just think it's crazy because a lot of people won't join. They put the blocker up because they're frightened. I was the same when I got asked, when we joined, it was $29 to join. And then after 30 days, we had to pay like $300 to go up. You don't get that now. It's just the 99 and you're in, you're all in. So when I had to put those details, the bank details in for the $29, I was like, oh God, it's a bloody scam. And Steve was like, don't you be handing money over. They're going to get your card details. They're going to bugger off with all your bank. And I was like, it's not. It feels right. And I've looked at the testimonials. Steve disappeared, came back with a load of negative reports on them. He's like, have you seen all these negative things people have written on about them?
If you go looking, you can find negatives on any company, can't you?
And I was like, yeah, but there's loads of good things on this side as well. Balance it out. And then I was like, okay, let me make my own decision. I feel it's right for me. I'm going to join. And that's what I did. I joined us up. And as I say, we've never looked back. So I'm going to give you a little walkthrough behind the scenes.
We'll get you out in a minute, Tony.
Oh, no, I'm just sitting here quietly. You're doing great. Just,
I have a question.
I'm listening and learning.
There's a question.
Who's got a question there? Let me stop sharing.
I have a question.
Oh, yeah, Bobby, go on.
Bobby.
Yeah. So who provides the marketing material? So I'm no good at writing marketing. I'm not into marketing. My background is IT, but I don't write. I'm not a good writer. So you have a product or service from SFM. Do you have to write their marketing material, or how do you go about writing so that it's persuasive and you obviously sell to the correct people, audience? So is that part of your job?
Well, what they've done now, it wasn't available when we joined, because of course we joined back in 18, and they've done some major changes, because this question you're asking us was one of the ones that kept coming up from people. So what they've actually done now to help is they have actually started doing, when you start advertising, they give you, I think there's about 25 emails to get you started. And they're all from the SFM. They've had copywriters on it doing their thing, putting all the links in for everything for you. And when you come through the training, you set everything up and you link everything to you and your site and your affiliate links and things. They give you these 25 emails to get you started. So of course, those 25 emails, when you read them, you might think, well, that's not, I wouldn't speak like that. So we say to all our newbies, tweak those into your language, how you would talk, because after all, the person who's clicking through to come through after they've seen your blog or your advert or whatever they've come in off, they've come in because they've taken to you, they've resonated with you. So you don't want them suddenly getting this email that literally doesn't sound like you. People will see through it. So you tweak those emails to you, but the bulk of the content, I should say, is already there for you. It's just a case of changing the language slightly to how you talk.
And they give you a website as well, Bobby, now, where when we joined, you didn't have a website. You had to go and create one or outsource a website. We actually paid a company, in actual fact, to speed things up. So we outsourced our first one. We're in the middle of tweaking our website at the moment. You're always improving stuff, but what the SFM are very good at now, Bobby, is they're giving you a lot of help, a lot of templates with a website. So it's like Anita said, drag and drop. That will get you going. That's like a basic website. And you can use that, and you can use that to earn money off that site. But obviously, as you're going along, you get a bit more creative, you put a bit more personality maybe into your About Me page and stuff like that. And then that's where you get going then.
So the process is that you go to SFM, and then they give you like this template kind of emails for wording, and then you can tweak them. You create your own website with the help of SFM.
Yeah.
And then you just put that onto, you launch your website. Is that what it is? These are the processes?
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Basic.
But then how do you get traffic? how do you go about getting traffic on your website? So obviously you want people coming onto your website, clicking onto your links.
Yeah.
How do you, how does that happen?
You get taught all this. This is what all this training is for in these modules. So you've got a consultant, so you can chat to us, and you can discuss what path you want to go on. So a lot of people at the start don't want to do video advertising, but I've done a bit of research, and I was looking around the SFM, and I got in touch with a lot of the leaders who were bringing in amazing results. And I was saying to them, what's the most direct route to earn really good commissions and bring in a fantastic living? And they're like, the quickest route is YouTube. But that means your face onto YouTube. And I was like, oh God, we don't want to do YouTube advertising. Or you can't go on video with a camera. And they're like, honestly, SFM are here to gear you up, to give you confidence, to build on you, to get you on any path you want to go. So we've got members who definitely don't want to go on video, and they're blogging. They love to blog, and they're getting their blogs across all different social medias. People click on the links, come through to the landing page on the website, and they're bringing free traffic in from blogging. We've got others using Instagram, so they put posts onto Instagram. Again, drives them through to the traffic.
LinkedIn's a good one.
LinkedIn, if you're a corporate person and you can speak to corporate people, there's so many different ways. Now you've got all these apps and things. You've got like Toonly and Doodly. I don't know if you've all seen those little things. You can make a cartoon ad, which we've had success with a cartoon ad that we created, where you can drive people through to your website. But the easiest one is to get on YouTube and in front of people's faces, because that's when they resonate with you, they see you, they like you, and then they want to find out more. But you get the confidence. We were put into, you don't have to do it, but we went into a 90-day challenge that the SFM, they have a separate group. You can go in there and you can literally go in and do, and the challenge is 90 videos in 90 days. Not everybody does it, but honestly, day one, you've got me, very wooden, talking like a robot because I don't know what to do, and I wasn't looking at the camera, I was looking at myself, and then you get to about day 30, and instead of being so self-conscious and stopping it and refilming it about 30 times before you do one video, it was like, oh, sod it, does it matter? This is me. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. It's going out anyway, because you're in a safe group with other people who are going through the same journey, and you make some fantastic friends going through it. You all have a laugh with one another. And then the biggest thing of all, I got Steve on the video. And we were out on a walk, and I was like, I'm going to get him sneakily on a video. And we're walking down the beach, and I turned the camera, I had it on the selfie stick, and I turned the camera and got Steve for the first time ever.
I've never forgiven her, to be honest with you.
And I'm like, say something to the camera. And he literally, the look he gave me, and it was in the middle of the winter, he pulled his woolly hat down, and he was like, I just want to come and see, and I want to go home. And he stormed off, and I was like, oh. Yeah.
She's not selling me very good here, is she, at all?
And I was like, I can't share that. And I thought, no, I can share that because it's bloody life. That's what people want to see.
So the long and short of it is, you've just got to get going. Get yourself a selfie stick. Get your camera phone out and just practice. That's what Coolan's doing at the moment as well. And Terry's done you've done that, Terry, as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
So what kind of products SFM are they selling? What sort of, I know you mentioned some educational. What kind of educational products are they selling?
It's basically everything to get you started in the online world. So you learn how to speak to your audience, how to blog, how to set up your website, how to drive traffic, how to connect your email list up, how to write emails. Oh my God, what else is there? There's absolutely loads.
Okay.
Literally.
I thought you'd like some training material for some other product, but it's like they give you all of this kind of information to set up your own website so you can promote other people's products. So you need to choose your own products and services. Is that right?
No, you can recommend, because people want to learn how to set up an online business.
Yeah.
So literally, this is all we do. This is where the bulk of our earnings has come from, is bringing people in like yourselves and teaching them how to go from knowing nothing about an online business to creating an online business that is successful, doing whatever it is you want to do. So for me now, so to give you an example, away from SFM, if I want to do a full-on cat grooming thing, I could now go and do a video on how to clip cat's claws. We could video that just once. I could edit it, make it all lovely, because you learn how to edit and do your whole package. You learn creative skills with doing thumbnails. Honestly, there's so much you can learn if you want to. You don't have to do it all. And literally, we could do a course on cat clipping. And I know, because of everything I've learned with SFM, I know how to get that video to the world in front of people who are only interested in cats. So instead of wasting a marketing budget on going to anybody, just randomly, hoping that they like cats, I've learned how to get my niche market, get in front of them, and recommend this course. Now, from filming, one bit of filming, one bit of editing, we can create a funnel, going to a landing page, going through to an email. I can give them emails all around, keep up a following. And then once I've built an email list up, I can continue emailing those people with maybe some products I want to sell to them around cats. Literally, any niche you can think of, you can build an online business around it.
Share the screen.
I'm going to share the screen just to give you an idea of what goes on in the, just to give you an idea of some of the training. So when you join, this is the dashboard. You come through to your dashboard, and here's all your modules. You've got 7 modules here that you work through. And literally, if I let's just get the Zoom out of the way. Let's see what I'm doing. Let's go into this one. It doesn't let me in. It's going slow because we're on Zoom. So this is the type of thing you'll come, well, it is what you'll come through to. So this just gives you an idea of some of the training. So this is module 4, and this is your website setup. So you've got all these little things to go through, these side menus to go through. And this, it just gives you an idea of the training.
All right, exciting times, because over the next 2 modules, we are going to be doing a lot of doing. And that's because we're now ready to get started with our website setup. Now, to make sure you're extremely clear on not just what we're doing, but why we're doing it, I want to talk you through what we're going to achieve over the next couple of modules. So first of all, as we've already discussed, the true secret to success online is understanding how to reach and build an audience. And in order to do that, there's typically 2 primary ways. The first is through content creation, and the second way is through advertising, sometimes referred to as digital marketing. Now, we're going to be supporting you in both of these, both content creation, but also if you want to do some advertising as well, we're going to be supporting you and helping you really understand all of the options that are out there. There is an absolute plethora. It's incredibly overwhelming, but what we're going to do is we're going to work with you to help you find the right approach for you.
There you go. So that's just a little snippet. And you've got 7 modules with everything in like that, with all these little side menus to go through. And it is step by step. You listen to Stuart, you replicate what he's doing, and you pick up the skills and you go through those. So just to give you an idea as well, let's just pop in there. So if you can all see that, I'll zoom in a little bit. That has been earned since October last year. And that is just by recommending SFM's educational products. That's the commissions we've received. So that's, by the end of this month, that'll be 12 months. That's when that's going from. So it just gives you an idea of what can be coming in. It's shocking what when we joined, we were like, oh my God, we cannot believe what some people are earning in this company. Some of the top leaders, we've got one guy who's called Dan Holloway, who is he's absolutely flying, and he's earning $80,000 a month just from $80,000 just from recommending SFM and their educational products. Now, when we joined, we were like, oh, no chance, no chance. We'd be happy with, you know, a couple of grand will be all right. Ideally, we were like, if we can get $4,000 a month in, that would mean we're on kind of a nice easy street with what we had to pay in bills and things, and it would let me relax thinking about an income coming in to support with Steve. And we've gone up to 10 grand. We're between 10 and 20 grand every month now, and for us, even that, when we say that now, we're like, that just sounds so unbelievable that you can earn that from just helping people start online businesses and for them to go off and learn how to do it themselves. It's absolutely crazy. Still can't get my head around it.
Obviously, advertising costs behind that, though, guys.
Yeah, it's not all profit. There is advertising, but obviously you get taught where to advertise, how to go to your target niche,
how to get your leads down,
how to get your costings down. You learn all about your numbers. You learn all about Google Ads and all. You know, everything is included. And I know, you know, for quite a few of you are probably thinking, oh, what the hell is she talking about? You will learn this as you go along. So when you get involved at the start, a lot of it will go over your head and you just think, oh, they're talking an absolute foreign language. But within a couple of weeks, once you're immersed in it and going through the training, it actually all starts to make sense and it all comes clear to you.
A lot of SFMs now have become life coaches, so they've branched off in separate businesses, still doing the affiliate route as well as the bread and butter, but they're that good at speaking on camera. Obviously, the virtual courses now are selling out worldwide because they can't travel anymore. So a lot more life coaches are setting up in niche markets. I know you like to do something like this, Terry, as well, don't you? Eventually, you want to go into a bit of coaching with a little bit of work with what your passion is, basically, Terry, isn't it? One of your passions you've discovered.
Yeah, it's just there's so many things. It's almost like a bit like you were just saying there. Once you realize what you can do and the power of what the education is here, it opens up so many avenues and the whole world. You kind of, there's things I did years ago that now I'm thinking, wow, I could have, if I'd have known that now, I could have maybe, should I go back to that? And it just, yeah, I like the coaching thing, and I like the help seeing other people develop, and this is a learning curve for me now, because I'm doing, that's why I'm just coming in here with just to meet you guys. Good morning, by the way. I'm sort of doing the similar thing and helping other people see what Anita's doing here and you guys. So I'm learning as well, and my journey is where I was, where you were, and just where Anita was. We're all start from the same place. And I never thought, when I saw these figures and what was the potential that was out there, just by helping other people and showing other people and having the patience to get informed, and I'm beginning to love it more and more as it starts to work and your confidence grows. And mine is growing beyond where I thought I'd ever be. And that's the beauty of it. And then to see people then start doing the same thing, which I think where Steve's coming from, he's to suddenly see other people that were nervous to put up on the camera, and put that, you were asking earlier, Bobby, about how you market. And so many people, when they say, well, you'll learn to make videos and if you want to go down YouTube or you do an advert, it's so scary. You think, I'm not personal, I can't write scripts and I can't write this. But once you realize the excitement and what you're taught and how you're shown, it's done small, it's done in small pieces. And suddenly you turn around and there you are, you're making a film to a community and saying your little story and about your life, and you're making a film. It's just you being you on camera, but you're learning how to deal with the camera, and you're learning how to talk to people naturally and not be in your face. And those little things come little incrementally. And then suddenly 3 months round the corner and you've done 25 of these or so, suddenly you think, wow, I didn't know I could do this. And there you go. And then in 2 years' time, you might be starting up your own company doing coaching or whatever it is that turns you on, whether it's training or helping other people or selling cat products. And it's almost hard to, I've said this before, we laughed about this the other day, didn't we, Anita? It's almost like Christmas morning, because once you realize what you can do, and not so much what you can do, what you can get the help doing, you can come up with all the ideas and hobbies and interests that you've had. Suddenly you can make an income stream from those. And that excitement, starting to realize, really wakes you up to the world. And I got into a mess. I got stuck in such a mess of fed up of trying the same pattern, banging my head against the wall and being told, oh, well, if I do that and I train for this, I can have another £2 an hour, or I'll get £20 an hour, and the same pattern. And as soon as you pull out of that mindset and start thinking, I can earn while I'm asleep anywhere in the world, and you wake up on a Monday morning and I'm talking about eBay now and stuff that I did, and suddenly there's 150, £200 worth of orders in your account just by you setting up an advert and going to bed. That's when it starts to get exciting, because you don't have to go into the rush hour, you don't have to put the clothes on, you don't have to sit in the tube or on the bus and wait for the boss to be nice to you. You can sit and have a coffee, get up in your pajamas, check your orders, and there they are every day, £150 worth, £200. Okay, Monday morning's busy, you may have Friday and Saturday and Sunday. And once you see this working, then you start looking, like I did, you start looking for bigger and better and more education. And that's how I found the SFM and jumped in with both feet. But it is daunting, because your own mind stops you, your own confidence stops you a bit. And you have to trust and find the people that you trust, and trust in yourself. I think trust in yourself. If you know in your heart that you want something, it's there to go and get. You just got to trust it. Back to you. Is that enough?
Yeah,
No,
well said. Very well said.
Yeah, you're getting good at this now, mate. I'll sign up to you.
I have a question. So, Anita and Steve, in a nutshell, are you then training, coaching other people using SFM's product? Is that how you're making the money? Is that how you're making income? Training other people using SFM's products, and then educating them to how
all
a
we do,
business
Bobby,
online.
Okay, so I'll talk you through our funnel. So we have an advert which goes to YouTube. Somebody sees that advert, they click on it, they go onto what's called a landing page, which we've created. They sign up to our email list. We come through to the email list, and then automatically we've got an automated email called Aweber, sends out all our emails to you on a daily basis. So we were promoting how we will give you free workshops to show you how you can get started online. So you'll have received all those workshops, which are SFM's workshops.
They own them, basically.
So all we're doing, we're attracting people in to come and look at SFM's products. And if they think those products can help them create an income around their passion, around a niche market, like the cat grooming thing.
Their own businesses as
Their
well.
own business. We have a lot of people who already have current businesses and want help getting them across from traditional business to online. All that training within SFM is there for them to find. Now we are here, we're not doing the training. SFM give you all that, you go through all the modules. We are here as guides, as mentors. So what we're here for, we do our webinars.
We don't charge for that, do we?
We don't charge you. When you pay and go up or join us, we get commission for it. So we do get some money from you when you're in. If you stay with us or stay with SFM, we get a recurring $20 commission as well every month for as long as you're a member. So, and that's where it adds up, because we've got over 100 members now. So we get there. Not only do we get the $100 when they first sign up and join us, we then get the $20 recurring commissions each month as long as they're a member. So you'll get some people who are like us, have nothing to do with their members. You literally come in and you're with SFM, you go through your modules, do all your training. They don't have anything to do with their members. And that's how some people work. We're very different. And I think we've been in the hospitality trade, we're more hands-on. And we like to get involved with our members and help our members.
There's no right or wrong in this, really.
Everyone's different.
If you want to help people and give them the value, you can do. If you don't want to, that's
You
equally,
don't have to.
you don't have to. You're not going to get judged either way if you're doing too much or you're doing nothing at all, because the product is there. The product is the product. It's SFM's product. We don't create it. Basically, that's what we're selling at the end of the day.
But if we now wanted to, and our members, now they've learned all those skills, they could go to the likes of, name a big company.
Amazon.
Well, yeah, say Amazon. Say you wanted to be able to sell hot tubs. I'm just trying to think of a big item to sell. So say you want to, you're really passionate, you've just bought yourself a hot tub and it's the bee's knees and everyone should have one. Okay, create a funnel. You've now got the skills. Create a funnel and you can start advertising somebody else's products. You don't have to have the products yourself. You can you've got all those skills, so you can then turn around and say, right, okay, this is the best thing since sliced bread. Here's my landing page. Come and learn more about it. You can have emails going to those people, and you can have links to the company who sell those hot tubs. If someone then purchases through your link, that hot tub company will have what they call is an affiliate register. As long as you've gone through them and become an affiliate for them, so you are allowed to physically sell their products for them, you'll get their commission, whatever their commissions are. And this is what Steve touched on right at the beginning of the webinar. SFM actually give you fantastic commissions. You can earn up to 40% on some of their top products, which is kind of unheard of. If anyone's aware of Amazon, if you can sell stuff on Amazon, you get roughly 3%, sometimes 5% if you're lucky on a sale. They're not big. So when SFM can give you 40%, it's high ticket stuff. And that's what makes the difference. You know, you get like $1,000 drop or a $12,000 drop, depending on where people are positioning within the company to learn all the different stages of what they want to do. It is just phenomenal. So you can then go on and be an affiliate for other companies. So you'll get, we've got a lady who is into spirituality. And she was an investment banker over in America. Absolutely fell out of love with it because she had deadlines to do. She had to go in for the kill. She said she just hated treating people how she was being told to deal with people. And she came out of it. She said, I was having sweats in the middle of the night and panic and landria, yeah. And she just said, it was just awful. I hate it. And she found SFM. And she threw herself into SFM. She got her affiliate business going. She got really good at it. She got people coming in. And then she discovered that she could use all those skills she'd learned and transfer it into what was her passion, which was spirituality. And she's very much into the law of attraction and positive mindsets and all this type of thing. So with her skills, she went off and she created a YouTube channel. And she started filming YouTube videos all around the law of attraction, spirituality, positive mindset, anything like that. She has now got thousands and thousands of followers. Now, Landria, is she late? Is she 60?
That's Terry's age. Yeah.
She's 60.
29.
Landria's in her 60s. She's now a big influencer on YouTube on her spirituality channel.
She bridged it beautifully.
And what she does now, so she has her SFM business, bringing her income in there, and she uses the story of learning how to create an income, that story to get her out of investment banking, where she earned good money, but hated what she did. She came out of that, replaced that income and some more by learning how to become an affiliate for the SFM. And through that, found her voice and her passion about spirituality. and went sideways alongside her SFM business and created a spirituality channel. She now has a film. She wrote a book around her spirituality. She then wrote a book around a children's novel because she'd got the time to do all this now. The book was then discovered. She's had a film made from it. She's just been approached for another film around the next book she's done. And all this has come from learning SFM. And she is just phenomenal.
It took her a few years, mind. It doesn't happen overnight. You know.
She's a worker, isn't it? I mean, she says she does 12, 14-hour days. She just loves it, doesn't she?
She loves it that much. She says, it's not work to me because this is my passion.
Have you been on her webinar, Terry? I know Colin.
Yes,
I was there yesterday.
Yeah.
She's amazing, isn't she, Colin?
Oh, her film, I'm waiting for Christmas, going to be released. The rooftop Christmas tree.
That's the one. Yeah. She's just phenomenal. And she's done this all because she was so unfulfilled at work, hated it, under so much stress, hated having to get rid of people under the corporate, rules and regulations and stuff. And she's just gone into this and she's absolutely flying. She loves life. She's trying to get her friends involved in it. And she just said, why wouldn't you do this? And she knows, like Terry touched on before, a lot of the time people don't do it because of the fear factor. It's the unknown, and we don't want to step out of that comfort zone. So we listen to this little voice going on in here going, oh, it's too good.
It's a little monster.
Yeah. And everyone stops and puts these blocks, and you think, for once, just ignore that voice. Just go with it. If it feels right, go with it. Try it. You've got 30 days. Just come and see for yourself.
I think it's curiosity at the start, isn't it? And then as that curiosity dies off, you just think, no, I can do this. There's something in this I can do. And then it changes, doesn't it, Terry? You were the same when you first joined it. There's a little switch there that changes inside you. We've met up quite a few times, haven't we? So,
yeah, absolutely. It's it's just human nature, and it's hard to override that ego identity thing we all have of what you're used to doing and what you think you can do and what you've trained to do, and then suddenly you think this isn't working, and there's something else out there, but you just keep stopping yourself looking, and then you listen to the people around you. You do it in all sorts of things. If you were into sports and tennis and all athletics, and you told one of your friends, I've decided I'm packing it in and I'm going to go into spirituality, I'm going to take up butterflies, they'd all turn around and say, but that's not you, you're an athlete. You can't do that. Why would you want to go play with butterflies, and laugh at you? You'll never make any money. And that takes your dream away. And people think they're doing you a favor and trying to, oh, no, stay with what you're good at. We know you, we identify you as an athlete, and it's not what they identify you, it's what you want to do. And don't let them take that dream. And once you go into a community of like-minded people like you find here, this was the one thing I was looking for. The reason I'm on about this is I did an interview with Anita when I first started, and she did an interview and asking me sort of what she's saying now, and why I'd gone down this road. And I'd done all sorts of business things and adventures and stuff. It wasn't working. And what I realized was I was trying to do it all on my own, and I wanted that ego thing of glory of, yeah, I'm a businessman, I can achieve that on my own. You can't achieve anything on your own. And I realized that every time I got to a certain level, I was self-sacrificing or self-sabotaging because the worry, the stress of not having the system around me. And I wanted, when I was looking for this, was the community and the mentors and like Steve and Anita there, because we all need that assistance to get us over that scary bit where you think, this is too scary, I'm going to stay where I am. And I've gone different levels because of this, and maybe you guys might be needing the same thing. Not everybody does, but it's there if you need it. And that's the bit that I find is wonderful about this company, the support that's there. And the training is wonderful, but the support for me was one of the biggest points. And so far, it's it's working what I wanted. And you just have to ask.
That's a question to Terry.
You can, Stuart, yes.
Thanks, Terry. Just sort of in brief, what's your background and how long have you been with the SFM?
My background, well, how long have we got? How long is this called?
Good question.
Are you
meant to be an hour, but we've gone over.
Are you taking notes, Stuart? It's my background officially, I started with the motor trade and engineering type stuff, working with my hands. I'm very practical, which and then led into art and design and stuff. And then I went into theatre and acting, all sorts of stuff, adventures. And yeah, a lot of these little toys and stuff out of aircraft and cars and engineering and things. And that's, but funnily enough, just on a little side note, what I'm learning here, I'm hoping to reignite that business I used to do 5 years ago. Now I know how to market it globally. If I'd have known what I know now, I would have been in a different place, but I still needed that coaching. I was on my own running this business and trying to do marketing, design, finance, creativity, going up and down the country to events, building website, everything. I was trying to do everything and it just burnt myself out. But I didn't have that. I was stupid. I didn't ask for help and I didn't know how to ask for help because my ego got in the way and confidence. And that's why I stopped and took back. It's a bit like the fly, you know, you see a fly banging away in the corner of a window and it can't see the bloody window, the exit. And if you stand back and look at it and then see the gap, off it goes and it's gone. And that's what I did. I stopped. And if you saw this interview, maybe give them a link to that little interview, Anita. And I'm literally said there, I'm in my own way. And if you can stand back and look at yourself and see what you want and find a way to get to it, but accept that you're the one stopping you because of your hang-ups, then there's an opportunity for you. But yeah, I came into this about, sorry, Stuart, I'm digressing. About 2 years ago now, I think it was January 19, and I was doing it. Some people can do it full time if they've lost a job, or part time. I did it part time because I was working in detailing high-end cars at the time. So that kind of was hard work, and another reason why I wanted out. I was getting too old for that sort of work, and then this last 3 or 4 months I've been full time on this, and it's starting to roll now. It's starting to move, and I'm learning.
You've got members of your own now, Terry, haven't you?
Yes, that's why I'm here. Really, I'm watching. Yeah. I'm just watching, and I want to do the same thing for my members now, and people like, you know, do webinars to help encourage them and get them on the journey, like Anita's doing here. So this is a new part of my education to talk to you guys, and so it's another fear thing for me now that I'm trying to get over and ask questions about my background and just like natural things that you want to ask. Does that sort of answer your question? To stop me waffling, really, Stuart?
Yeah. No, that's great. Thanks very much. That's great.
So what is it that you do, Stuart?
So I'm self-employed architect, based in the Midlands. I've been self-employed for nearly 10 years now, and obviously, you know, come straight out of university and done that. And although I enjoy it, you know, I wouldn't say that architecture is my passion. There's lots of other things I like to do and are interested in. And I just thought to myself, you know, you've seen a lot of adverts on YouTube kind of relating to e-business and e-commerce, and I just think the principles make sense to me completely. And I understand obviously what SFM do basically is give you the tools to you know, develop those, you know, sort of actually bring those principles to fruition, I guess. And I think the idea of being able to earn 365 days a year when you're asleep is attractive. And I think for me, it was just like a few weeks ago, I was actually measuring up some guy, although it's a nice project, I was measuring up in his garage, scrambling over some old bikes, you know, and it was raining outside. And I was just like, and I've been looking into this for about a year or so now. And probably the reasons you're talking about why I haven't gone into it further is probably why I haven't done it. And I just thought there's probably more to life. I'm sort of in my mid-40s. And so I'm probably at a point where probably a midlife crisis maybe, but if it's a positive midlife crisis, that's fine for me. And I just think there's more to life than what I'm doing, although I trained hard to do that. I work hard, I work long hours, so in terms of putting the effort and the time in, that's not a problem. I just think there's a lot more opportunities out there through the internet, and which I think would be more exciting than what I'm doing currently. I think that's where I'm at, really.
Yeah,
nice one,
brilliant.
Stuart. And also, what we're trying to do as well is leave a legacy, because this is actually a transferable asset as well. I don't think we've really touched on that.
No.
I know we said to Terry and in the past it's transferable. So
yes, that's one thing I wanted. It was absolutely. It's such a. I even met. These guys won't know this, but I even passed this down to Chitosa the other day. About this, because I'm doing this to pass down to my family, and I've got a 12-year-old, and I want her to not go through this working for an hour's rate for the rest of her life, and I want her to have a choice and see that it works. And the fact that you can pass it down if anything happens to me or my partner is just something wonderful, and it's very rare in any companies that you can do that. Where can you do that?
That's the bonus, isn't it, Terry? The legacy that you're leaving behind.
It's such a cherry on top, isn't it? Yeah. And it's given me a further to crack on with this, even though, you know, my partner's sort of not really on it with me, but it's there, and it is a wonderful thing.
The SFM really bang on at the beginning, because your module 1 and 2, they are building foundations. So they really, really do bang on. They go really at it, don't they? About getting the foundations solid. So they really deep dive into your reason why you're here. So there is something that went on in here to make you click and come and see what this is about. Whether that was curiosity, or you reached a point in your life where you just think there's more to life than what I'm doing, or whether it's just to learn new skills as you're getting older, you know, and you want to keep the brain active. We've got so many different people from all walks of life. We've had a huge increase recently, airline pilots, airline staff, because they're all grounded, you know, and they're like, oh, all of a sudden that so-called secure job has been whipped out from under their feet. Furlough in the UK is stopping, isn't it? October. I know there's another scheme going on. But how long can you live with this uncertainty and the stress and the anxiety going on in your head with this way of earning or bringing an income in to keep your roof over your house? You've got to go and do something about it. And this is what we're finding now. We've got so many people in there like, right, the reason why is I can't continue doing what I'm doing. I've had it. My body can't take the pressures anymore of my physical job. I need something easier. And that was us. That's where we came in from, because we were like, we can't. Steve had been chefing for donkey's years.
30 years, self-employed for 15 years in my own restaurant with Anita. That just caught up with me eventually. Just couldn't do it anymore. I was burnt out physically, emotionally, mentally. I was absolutely spent.
Yeah.
And at my age now, I'm 56 next year, and you know, you can't do it. I mean, my old man died at the age of 55, and I thought, I don't want to go that same way.
Yeah.
And I was going that same way. Stress.
Yeah,
stress.
So we literally have people from all walks of life. We've got plasterers and electricians. You know,
a lot of self-employed,
the knees can't take it anymore. And you know, and they're putting themselves through physical pain to earn a living every day. And we're like, there are far easier ways to earn a living. You've just got to step back from it and look at the bigger picture.
It's that identity thing, isn't it? Again, it's that thing earlier. So trapped in their identity of what they're seen as, or they think they are, or the family sees them as. And once you mentioned anything digital, but having said that, though, 6 months ago, probably none of you guys would have ever used a Zoom. And now look how many people are using Zoom like it's a
absolutely.
It's a second nature now, and sitting talking to people anywhere in the world. That's all we've been doing year prior to this. So it's not such it's not. I think in some way this COVID thing has been
it's helped.
What a godsend to people this has been. and to give them a chance. How many, if you could speak to people in an arena and say, put your hands up if this has been a good thing and it's made you rethink your life and your way you're living and working, I bet you'd get a lot of hands go up and say, it's given me a break to take a, what's the word, like a backseat look at what I'm doing. And yeah, it's not all doom and gloom.
No.
People.
Just to give you an example of when people say, oh, but I don't know what to sell. Or there's a couple, it's two brothers and their two wives joined up from Australia.
Called the lifestyle team.
They call themselves the lifestyle team. Very young, the four of them.
Young and good looking, we hate them.
Oh yeah, they're all beautiful looking. They live in Alsea. Anyway, they joined SFM. They got their affiliate business up and running in no time at all. Were very successful at it, selling the whole laptop lifestyle. I think they joined right near the very beginning, didn't they, back in 2010, something like that. And then because that business was doing so well, once it's up and running and your money's coming in and you get used to doing your webinars and giving the support you want to do, you've got all this time on your hands suddenly. And you're like, okay, now I've got time, what can we do? And for the two girls, they decided they got into drone. They bought a drone because they thought it was something exciting to do. And they started filming around the coast. They live on the Gold Coast. They were doing some footage of the Gold Coast using the drone, having a bit of fun. And then they all went on holiday to South Africa and they went on safari. And Sandrine, they went up in an air balloon and Sandrine set off the drone and started filming, and they had permission from the safari that she could do some drone footage. And she went back to them, she edited it all, and she showed the national park, the safari lot, her footage. And they were so impressed with their footage that they said, will you come back and will you go around all these different places and do footage, and we'll pay you. And they were like, what do you want to charge? And she was like, oh my God, I haven't even thought about it. So she started off with a fee. Of course, now that fee, the two girls are so expert at it now, the fee's gone right up because they've got such a demand for their footage with their drone work. They've been taken on now. They get flown all over the world for free.
Sell artwork through it as well,
yeah.
Don't they? They do their own prints.
So they get flown all around the world for free. They stay in 5, 6, 7-star hotels, and they get asked to do drone footage of the hotel or the safari or whatever they want.
So influencers, I suppose.
They're social influencers using drone footage. They've been given the top drones to test and traffic. And honestly, their careers have just gone through the roof, and they're still under 30, all of them. And I'm like, my God, they're phenomenal. The two lads, Gerard went off into fitness. He's really into his fitness. So he started going and he's developed his own fitness courses and he gets results. He now sells top-end fitness courses via the internet. And again, he's flying with that business. And this is all going on extra. So you've got all these extra levels of income, streams of income coming in, alongside their SFM affiliate business, which is still doing them an absolute bomb, bringing people in. And they're self-made millionaires, the four of them, and they're all under 30. They haven't even started their families yet. And I think, oh my God, their kids are going to be like, here's these businesses we can hand to you.
It's a great story. One of them was a lorry driver, wasn't he? Was it?
Yeah, he was like a digger, lorry driver type thing. Yeah.
5 years later, he's a millionaire with a. Yeah. He's probably developed a millionaire now, isn't he?
Yeah. But that's what I'm trying to get to. When you join, you don't know what you want to do. A lot of us don't know. If somebody says, "What's your passion?" and you're like, I don't know. They didn't know their passion was for drone. It's something that fell at their feet.
Well, I think they did drone work because they bought one to do their own videos for SFM videos.
Yeah, and got good at it.
And then they got good at it.
And then got banned. But like Steve said, they've also got artwork now from the drone footage. So they sell off the artwork from the shots that they do. And it's just, incredible how you can go with this business. It's like an absolute, like you said, isn't it, Terry? It's just like Christmas. Like,
Christmas morning.
what direction shall I go with? Yeah.
Just at the start, though, guys. You've got to keep it simple, haven't you, Terry?
That's the trouble. I was just about to say, it hurts your brain that much, and you end up. You literally, one of the things that is easily. I send it out to my members when they're coming in now, and people I talk to say, you know, you're going to lose sleep.
It's got to focus.
I've lost so much sleep because you lay awake, and one, because there's a lot to learn and a lot to do, but also from the excitement and thinking your mind will just. It's just it sounds like you're trying to sell it too much, but it's just unbelievable once you realize what you can do.
Yeah.
And all of these things, and all it is a few clicks and a copy and paste and a bit of know-how and enough people to help you. You can do anything, and that's where the excitement comes. Because, and if you know you can earn from it, then it's even more exciting, isn't it? But yeah, you've got to start from ground one though, and start learning, and that's just a simple decision, isn't it? And,
those modules have everything in them to get you going. So once you do that sign-in page and you come in, you've got all your modules and everything to get you going. And that's it. It's all down to you guys and how much work you put in.
Nice one, Stu.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, nice feedback, mate. Thanks a lot, buddy.
So has anybody got any questions? We're gonna wrap up shortly.
No, I've got no questions.
Yeah,
I surprised you. I thought I was off to Skeg. We cancelled. They've cancelled it. So I thought I'd come in and say hello. That's.
Yeah, nice one, guys.
What you off to Skegness, were you?
We were. They've got some friends who've got a caravan there, and they close it up in the end of this month, and they keep asking us to come over. So we said we'll go today, and then they've turned around, and some other guests have turned up. So we said, well, we'll leave it then. And
oh well. Well, you were meant to be on here for us then.
What was it? It's meant to be. It's meant to be, and I thought I'll pop on here and keep you company.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and thank you, Colin, for sharing too.
Yeah, cheers, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm still learning.
We all are, Colin. We all are, mate. I'm just worried that we've had Maria and Kevin join as well, and Bojana. I don't know if you want to.
And Harold, yeah.
Harold, yeah.
If anybody's got any questions, please jump out and ask. Otherwise, we will wrap this up and send the recording out to everybody.
Cool.
No questions.
Right, Christian, you okay, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you at the hotel at the moment there, are you, buddy?
Sorry?
No. Say it again.
No,
Hello.
I thought it was Christian at the hotel. Sorry. I'm getting cross wires here, Bobby.
Right, guys, thank you very much for attending. And if any of you have got any questions, just pop an email to us. We'll happily speak again. We'll be doing another webinar in a few weeks, probably another month maybe. You can jump on, or you can come and join us. We have our weekly members webinars. So if you join up, you can come and join us on those instead. And you'll see these two beauties, Terry and Colin.
Christian's a member.
Oh, Christian.
I'm not so sure beauties is right, Nita.
Playing too kind there, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to say bye-bye then.
See you.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
Bye-bye.
All right, thank
Bye-bye.
you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.